Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And we are going through this cave. The Ice Rod, that is the item I wanted to obtain. We will equip it to Rydia. Yes, I'm so excited about the 2 attack power. That's not why I'm excited. We'll get into a battle and I'll show you why I like it. I think I was just screwing around one day as a kid when I found out this effect. Oh my. That's a lot of stuff. So if we go to our items and we select the Ice Rod, we can use it as an item in battle. And it basically acts as a free blizzard. So let's clear out some of this. I do want to conserve some magic for the boss. I don't want to have to use another tent, though we will have a place to do so before the boss battle. I always like the look of Cecil as a Dark Knight on that graphic there. With the little spiky helmet thing there he's got going on. I like it. Plus he's blue. You guys know that blue is my favorite color. Not because of Cecil, but because of Mega Man, but regardless, blue is still my favorite color. And he's swinging a blue sword, too. So, whoops. Yeah. As you can see, adding that little bit of extra power doesn't do as much for our physical attack strength. Rydia is gaining a level. 580 gil, and a bomb fragment. That's an item we can use in battle and do like decent fire damage for where we are in the game at this point. Oh, you failed to kill that. You generally are not going to see me use Tella's recall ability just because it's a random effect. You could get something that's completely useless, and it may or may not. I found a way to run through here. Toads. Alright, these guys are easy enough where I'm not going to use Tella's magic on them, especially when we can use the Ice Rod and take him out in one hit as well. Ah, yes, there's another. So there's hidden paths in the wall that aren't the most visible things, but oh, a feathered cap. We're going to give that to Rydia. Yay, look at that. The second one there is obviously the defense. The third one is our magic defense, since we're on the equipment screen there. That's all we need to do for now. Ooh, these guys. They must be hit with magic in order to do any amount of decent damage. I believe the red ones are weak to fire? Yes. Yes, they are. Generally, just use the element that matches the color they are. You can't go too wrong with that line of thinking. Not going to use magic on this battle. Or, well, Tella's magic, I should say. That Ice Rod is not consuming MP, so yeah, that works for me. And since Rydia's in the back row, she'll take less damage from physical attacks. Game doesn't really explain that to you. Maybe one of those people in the towns will, the barren town center thingy. But we don't need to talk to them because you guys have me to tell you all this stuff. I missed a treasure. I missed an obvious treasure. It's a potion. Alright. There's also another new enemy that we might... Actually, a couple new enemies we might find in this area. Antarctic Wind, that's another, like, kind of like the bomb fragments and ice bomb on all the enemies. Ooh. Not the enemy I was thinking of, but we'll take it. Again, conserving Tella's magic. I don't like that. Did not like that at all. Defend. While you're toted, you're not going to do much. I hope I don't have to use Suna on you. Actually, Maiden's Kiss will cure Toad. Already, there we go. Toads don't like the, cold, apparently. Shadow Blade, that's a new sword for Cecil. And oh my, is it much stronger. You can tell Cecil's magic defense not as good as Rydia's, and Cecil's at a much higher level. This leads outside. The monster lies in the cave beyond. Use a tent outside if you must. No, we don't have to. We don't have to do this either, but apparently that's what we're going to do. Wow, look at that damage. Alright, Ice Rod, because these desert Sahagins are weak to ice. Hunlegs, I don't know if he's weak to ice. We're not going to find out, at least not in this battle. He might be weak to fire. Seriously, I took one step. One step. Alright, Waterfall. He's down there. Whee! That seems dangerous. But regardless, we're in this part of the dungeon now. Ah, here's the other guys I was thinking of. We have Sahagins and we have Tiny Mages. Tiny Mages, you really got to be careful with. We'll just use Thunder on one of these. That was effective. If you hit the Tiny Mage and don't kill it, or you hit it with magic, it's super resistant to magic, by the way, so don't do that. It'll respond or counter with some sort of magic of its own, maybe like Mini or Toad. Yeah, we don't want to deal with that. But they're incredibly weak to physical attacks. Specifically, Cecil's sword. How's our magic doing? Tella still has 70. That should be enough to beat the boss. Hades Helm and Hades Gloves. Those are equipment for Cecil. And you can see it's better. Just a little bit, but better is better. And, oh, an alligator. That's new. Is alligator weak to the ice rod? He's either weak to ice or thunder. I'm gonna go with ice. But notice that 156 and he's still alive. Alligators are also pretty deadly because they can do 2 physical attacks at once, and it'll likely do over 100 damage if he uses both attacks on the same person. We don't need that happening, especially to Rydia. Did I just have Rydia use... I forgot to use her Ice Rod. That's okay. But conveniently, a lot of things in this cave are weak to ice. The Hermes Shoes is just a consumable item that will... I should show you how much better that did. Yay, we increased our magic defense. That basically uses haste in battle. There he is! It's time for another boss fight. Watch out! The Octomammoth. And he's very fast to start with. You can see his 8 legs. And oh my, did that do a lot of damage to him. Rydia will use Thunder, because guess what? He's weak to Thunder. Sort of. So yeah, this is why Tellah needed our help, because his main weakness happens to be our Dark Sword. Look at that, 204. Alright, I know you've all been waiting for it, so let's summon the Chocobo. And also, as we... we're going to need some Cure here. We'll use Cure on everyone. Just because it's going to heal so much on everyone. If you use it on one person, it'll heal like 200 to 300. Rydia does not need to hog that much healing. Yeah, and that was the Chocobo. Now, as you start taking out some of the tentacles on Octomammoth, you can only attack one thing, but as it starts losing its tentacles, it gets a bit slower and not as attack spammy. That was weak. Other than that, not too much else to say about this boss. Yeah, why don't we summon the Chocobo again? That did decent amounts of damage. Excellent. He's weakening. I believe in the Super NES version, he does say he's slowing down instead of he's weakening. So they've changed some of the phrasing as well. I'm okay with that. You'll notice even though I put in Rydia's command first, Cecil got to attack before Rydia did her summon thing. That's because some spells take some time in order to cast. And I think some of it might be dependent on your level. Maybe. $400 experience and 500 gil. Awesome. Come now. Damcyan is beyond this waterfall. Really? No. No, we're not doing that. I've had enough of that one step. And as soon as we get to this square, this scene triggers. And it's Baron's Red Wings. And they just bomb the crap out of that castle. Well, that's not good. So we come in here to Damcyan Castle and the ruins. They stole the crystal. Uh-oh. They stole the crystal. Yeah, it was too much. They stole the crystal pretty quickly. Very little left here. The healing pot's upstairs. I must. Yeah, everyone's pretty much dead. We get up here and this scene triggers. Is that it is Anna! You! You are that bard! Anna ran away because of your treachery. This is a fully automated battle, and Tella's just going to swing his staff at the bard. The bard's not going to do anything. Doesn't matter how much damage Tella does. You spoony bard! No, wait! And the spoony bard line was in the Super NES version, so that's something that they did keep the same. It's kind of one of Tella's famous lines, or a famous line from this game in general, is because it is just kind of random and comes out of nowhere. It's like, you spoony bard, all of a sudden. Shut up. Forgive me, please. Tella's kind of angry with this guy. Take this. Arr. Father, stop. Oh, Anna, I'm so glad to see you again. Father, Edward is the Prince of Damesian. Forgive me, Father, for running away, but I love Edward. Still, I knew I couldn't find happiness without your consent. I was on my way home when we were attacked by Baron's Breadwings, led by Golbez. I've never heard of this Golbez before. Who is he? I don't know. All I know is that his powers were beyond words. But why did they attack Damesian? They wanted the crystal, and they spared no one to get it. So, between that really quick, 5-second bombardment, they also had guys come in, take the crystal, and leave. I don't know how that works. Whatever. My mother, my father, even Anna shielded me from their arrows. You love him enough to give up your own life? Father, forgive me. I love you. Anna. 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 And cue appropriately, I don't know what the word is. Appropriate music. Whoa, hey there, Tella, this PG channel. Who is that monster anyway? What do you know about him? He came to Baron one day and became the new leader of the Red Wings. He leads them in their mission to plunder the crystals. Stop your simpering, that won't bring Hannah back. Golbez of Baron, I shall take his life with my own 2 hands. Tella, wait, you can't possibly go alone. Smack. I will kill Golbez on my own. I don't need your help. I don't need anyone's help. And Tella left the party. And so that brings me to, something you've kind of noticed. We're only 3 parts into this, and we've had a lot of party changes so far. We had Kain, we lost Kain, we got Rydia, we got Tella, we lost Tella, and spoiler alert, we're about to get Edward here. You're a grown-up, you're not supposed to cry. I lost my mom, but I'm not gonna cry anymore. Rydia. I don't care. Leave me alone. I'm staying here with Anna. I'll never leave her side. And then Cecil goes around and smacks him. That's enough. You're now the rightful ruler of Damesian, so start acting like it. You owe it to your people, and you owe it to Anna. Your Majesty, my name is Cecil, and I need your help. What? My friend is suffering from desert fever in Kaipo. That was the name of the town Rose is at, by the way. I need to get the Sand Ruby to save her. can you help me? What is her name? Rosa. She is very dear to you, isn't she? Like Anna was to me. You can find the sand ruby in the Antlion Cave, which lies to the east. The ruby forms from the fluid that the antlion secretes when it lays eggs. That just sounds gross. We must cross the shallows with the hovercraft to reach the cave. After we acquire the sand ruby, we can cross the shallows to reach Kaipo. Let us be on our way. And Edward is a bard, which is kind of an interesting class. He has this ability to sing with his harp. He has harps for his weapons, and they launch musical notes at enemies. I don't know how that works. Just accept it. Are we full up? We are full up. But I do want to show this off. And if you had Rydia up at the top spot, like, without swapping characters around, Edward would actually appear down there, so we're going to put him down there. He starts with 60 health. I always thought he started with 100. Maybe that was the Super Nintendo version. But yeah, he's not... He has He has pretty low HP for a non-mage class. And these pots, you don't need to talk to these people, they just tell you what these pots do. So you check them out. One of them will fully restore all your HP of all your party members and remove all status effects. And this one will restore all of your MP. Not sure why they didn't just make one pot that restores both, but whatever. Alright, so we have this hovercraft. While we're in the hovercraft, we're not going to get any random encounters. It also lets us cross these little bubbly things. I don't know if those are rocks or bubbles or what have you, but we can cross those. That is the cave we need to get to. Also with the hovercraft, if we go to the left, we can return to Kaipo without having to worry about that whole waterfall cave. We're not doing this right now. So, this is our next dungeon. We might as well jump right in. As I mentioned before, one of the things that's nice is you don't really have to spend a lot of time grinding your characters. Even though Edward is low level right now and pretty weak, this will get fixed soon. When he gets low on HP, he will end up using, he will auto-use, like, hide, and then when his turn comes up, you can bring him back, and that's, like, the only choice he has. And, yeah, he's kind of a cowardly guy. His heal effect, you know, I mean, it sounds nice, but what it does is it will use up a potion from your inventory. Speaking of our inventory, if we click the sort button, look how nice it makes everything. I am happy. Let's cure you up before you go dying on us, Edward. So we don't need that to happen. I don't remember if Edward's attacks will do the same from the back row or not. I would imagine, since he's just launching song notes at people, but, whatever. Well, we have a preemptive strike. We'll use Edward to take out these weak goblins that won't really do much anyways. Ice Rod also pretty good against the larger enemies in this cave, at least most of them anyways. And goblins, how did you fail to kill a goblin in one shot? Oh, because you miss. Maybe Edward does need to be in the back row, I don't know. I've never had him in the back row before, at least not. One step. But the Adamantoys, I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of these names right. I'm just making them up as I go. dies pretty quickly to ice. Gold Needle. Gold Needles will cure the stone status, which is kind of a nasty status to deal with. Edward had some other abilities there. The Sing, he'll just attempt to inflict status depending on what harp he has equipped against the enemies. It's marginally useful at best. We will be getting another harp for him in here. I believe it's in that room right there. Yes, the Lamia harp. This harp causes confusion, and it can cause it... Oh, Dreamer's harp. Dreamer's harp can also cause sleep. Kind of self-explanatory. Yep, sleep-inducing melody, and Lamia harp leaves a tempting melody, so it causes confusion. It can cause confusion on a normal attack, or with his Sing command, or his other commands real quick. You're not going to tell me. Okay, that's fine. We'll finish off this cave next time.